Good morning, everybody. It's good to be back with you. Thank you for bearing with me over the last couple of days as I found my way to the USA. But I'm now back, I think, into the routine, and we'll be getting these devotionals back up and going in the next few days. We've been talking about the book of Deuteronomy, some incredible lessons we've learned as a result of some of the tests that we have read about that Moses and the children of Israel and many others had to go through. One of the tests that I want to talk to you about is a test that we find in Deuteronomy chapter 26, and I would call it the test of the tithe. The test of the tithe. Now, we live in an age today, certainly in a church age, where the prosperity thing has really done a job on us. And we've been brought to the point where we think that if I give to God, then God is obliged to give to me. I can't find that to be a total truth. It might be a half-truth, but a half-truth is sometimes worse than a total lie. And so I hope to maybe just give you my impression or my thoughts on the issue of the tithe, and then you can do with that which you like. But I believe that God instituted the tithe for a very real purpose. If you want to know how to handle materialism, the tithe is the answer to that. The tithe is the beauty of the gratitude offering that we give to God for all that He has done for us. It's also the offering that we give to God because He's God, and He has a right to lay claim to the first tenth of all that we earn. Now, this is God doing what only God can do. You don't have to understand it. You don't have to be able to explain it. But this, I believe, is what God would want for us to do. You see, there's different names that are given to the tithe in the Old Testament. The first is the first fruit offering, that the first animal, the first fruit of the field was dedicated to God for His use or for destruction. And that is a picture of God just saying to you, this is a statement of faith. I need to have the first 10% because I'm God. And the second thing is I need to have the first 10% because it's a fact of you trusting me for the other 90%. You see, if we just go through the month and we think, well, okay, I'll wait to the end of the month and see if I can afford to tithe, you have missed the point completely. That you have missed the point of God demanding from us the first 10% because it's a statement of great faith. That's why one of the other names that is given to the tithe is that of the devoted thing. Now, we read in the book of Joshua, it's a great example of this, how Joshua crossed over the Jordan River, and the first city that he had to attack was Jericho, a very big city, big walls, looked impregnable, looked indestructible. And God said, that is the devoted thing. I need you to walk around it once a day for 6 days, 7 times on the last day. Then we're going to destroy that city. Everything will be burnt. You will take nothing for yourself. And so Joshua did that. He instructed the people, this is the devoted city. But there was a man, I'm sure you know the story well, of Achan. His name was Achan, and he couldn't trust God that much. So as they were destroying the city, he went through the city and he found gold and he found silver and he found some really nice clothes. And he looked around and he thought, well, nobody's watching me. Let me take these things. He didn't realize that God was watching. He buried them in the tent, and then God caused the Israelites to lose the next battle, which made them search their hearts to say something like, man, there must be sin in the camp. What is the sin? And God revealed to them that the devoted thing had been taken, that the devoted thing that was offered up for God's use or for destruction had been tampered with. And the whole nation, and certainly that family in particular, paid the price. God takes very seriously how you handle your finance. Jesus spoke probably more about finance and wealth and that sort of thing than many other subjects. They were very intentional that you should commit your funding and your finance, whether you have a lot or whether you have a little, to God Himself. Now, it's interesting, I find, that the number given here is 10%, 1/10. The first fruit was 10%, the devoted offering, same thing, was 10%. Now, if you study numerology, you'll find that 10 is an interesting number. It's the redemptive number. That means the first 10% redeems the other 90%. And when you look at how God made this work out for the children of Israel, this is what He said when they came to the end of the wilderness experience. And God said to them, Moses, have you not noticed that the shoes that you left Egypt with are still the same shoes that you're wearing today? Have you not noticed, Moses, that the clothes that you were wearing when you left Egypt, are they not the same clothes that you are wearing today? You see, when we honor God with the first 10%, God does something supernatural that we cannot explain and would never dare to try and understand. It's a mystery. It's a mystery, and God is allowed to have certain mysteries. If we didn't have mysteries, then we would probably be God. But God has determined that what you do with that first 10% is very, very important. So I ask you today, think about this. Don't get legalistic about it, because God says in the New Testament, the whole thing changes to God loves a cheerful giver. So when we do the tithe, when we give the 10%, we do it with a gratitude and with a heart full of the Lord upon us. And there's a helicopter just about to take me out. Don't worry, I'm still here. But you know, God is able to do the most amazing things in us and through us should we honor Him first. He just wants to know that He's first in your life. That, I guess, is a short and simple version, my version, of what the tithe is all about. God bless you. Think about it and have a fantastic day. Cheers, guys. Bye.